Hey guys, it's Kristen and welcome back. Today I'm feeling just a little bit romantic. So it is February and it is the month of love or whatever because of Valentine's Day. Now, I have never been a really big participant in Valentine's Day. It's never been my thing. Like when we first started dating, my husband sent me flowers. That's fine. But we never exchange gifts or do a whole date night or anything. The most that we have done is maybe cook a little bit better of a dinner at home for the two of us, like a steak or something. I think 1 year we actually did go out. But other than that, no. That being said, this year is a little bit different. I am a little bit more excited for Valentine's Day because it is my son's first year in preschool, which means he gets to hand out Valentines to his classmates. Or he will have gotten to hand out Valentines by the time this is up. And so in the spirit of love and Valentine's Day and just fun, I thought it would be cool to share 5 of my favorite romances. So I don't typically read a ton of romance. I do enjoy them as palate cleansers between bigger books, my bigger fantasy books that I tend to read or I try to read. I have only been reading for the past year, so the pool from which I have to pick is very small, which makes this video very easy. One of my first favorite romances would have to be the ACOTAR series by Sarah J. Maas. More precisely, the second book, A Court of Mist and Fury. This is a fantasy romance. If you ask anyone who has read this book, I feel like it's not going to be for the magic system. I mean, it's fairies and humans and cauldrons and whatever. So yeah, they're not reading it for the adventure. They are reading it for the romantic relationship between the main characters. And it was surprisingly well written. And not only that, I feel like this gets extra points for me because it was one of the first books I read last year when I first started reading. And it really lit that fire in me to want to keep reading. And I think that gives it some sentiment points as to why I think it's a good book and a good romance. My next pick is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alireza. If I'm pronouncing that right, I did look it up, but there was just so many different pronunciations. This follows 2 young boys who come from very different worlds, and they start to cultivate a friendship with each other that eventually turns into a romantic attraction. And I just thought it was so sweet. And it's not all about the love, it's between them. I mean, it is about the love between them, but it's about how they helped each other to discover who they were. And it was really, I found it really beautiful. I don't know what else to say about that. So my next pick is The Bride Test by Helen Huang. This is the second book in, I don't know how many parts are going to be in this book series, but I know there's a 3rd one coming out this year. And it follows our main character who is on the autism spectrum, and his meddling mother is very worried about whether or not he's going to find someone to spend his life with. So she takes that into her own hands, brings someone from another country, and just kind of throws them together. And there's a language thing, and then he has, he will have his quirks, and just the way that they learn each other and the way that they fall in love. It was so well written, and Helen Huang is really good at the sexy times, at least in my opinion. And I'm not really someone who goes out of my way to read books that include descriptive sexy times. Do with that what you will. Up next is The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren, and this follows our 2 main characters who go on a fake honeymoon because the honeymoon owners get sick with food poisoning the night of their wedding. And it is a hate to love story And it was also, I think, one of the first romances I actually picked up last year. And I was so surprised at how much I really enjoyed it. It's like the right amount of hate and sarcasm and like steaminess without like being like cringy steaminess. Yeah, it's a really good one. And the last one on my list for this video is What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli, and this follows two young boys in New York. It's been a while. I believe it's New York. Who meet each other by happenstance. One just got out of a relationship, and the other is seemingly inexperienced in all things. And what I really love about this story is the ending. Well, I mean, their whole relationship was really relatable from a teenage perspective, but I especially loved the ending of it because it's not your typical romance ending, and it was real, and that's something that I really appreciated about this particular story. And those are 5 of my current favorite romances that I have read. I do hope to wade farther into the pool of romance this year to just kind of extend my reach, give me more experience in the genre, and maybe I'll come out with some new favorites. I probably will. Let me know what your favorite romances are, what you did for Valentine's Day, or just leave a wine glass in the comments because I like to know that you've been here. If you would like to see more of me and my bookish nonsense, I would love if you would consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.